They will stand on the truth. Look at what Daddy shared this morning concerning our man of God, one of our man of God here, Pastor Peter. Look at what our Daddy shared here. And at that time, if you know what Pastor Peter was passing through at that time, not everybody will reject that up. Not everybody will stick on the truth. Not everybody. Many in the shoe as of that time, they might even leave this house. They will leave this place, take that money and went away and rent another apartment so that they can stay on their separate way. They will have their private. They will have their privacy doing whatever they want. But he took his stand on that truth. He did not compromise. That is people that God have separated. No matter what happened, no matter what, they will stand. This is what I know. This is what God have chosen me for. Hallelujah. He have elected us to do his work, to do his commandment. As a choir, you are an elect. Hallelujah. If you are an usher, whichever department you are working in the house of God, you have been elected. And with this, we shouldn't take it for granted. It's a privilege that I've been choosing to do this job, to work for him. Hallelujah. It's a privilege. And Satan is not happy about it. He's not happy with it. That's why you are seeing so many things happening in the social media. If you go to the social media, you see a lot of rubbish, a lot of nonsense. Just to draw you, being the choosing one, just to draw you back to that pit that God brought you out from. You see different offers. Different juicy offer. It's not because they like you. It's because they are not happy that you are being liberated. They are not happy that you are the choosing one. They were doing everything possible to make sure that you remained in the world with them. Hallelujah. Tell somebody, don't remain in the world. Don't remain in the world. God have chosen you. Tell somebody, God have chosen you. Hallelujah. The same thing, if you have been elected by grace, the same thing in our business. If grace found you in whatever you are doing, you will be singled out for that particular business. No matter how populated people may be in that particular business, you will be singled out because grace have found you. Grace have put you there. In your academic, you will be singled out for success. You will be singled out for marvelous work because grace have put you there. Grace have found you there. Hallelujah. We see that in the life of David. David was in the forest taking care of the sheep, doing what his father have sent him to do with all his mind, with all his heart, with open heart. He was there doing it until grace found him. Hallelujah. Grace found him. When he get to a time that God chose him, every other people lined up and they were rejected. When Samuel asked, is this all? Is there no any other son that you have? It's just a question of yes or no. He started explaining to Saul. There is one, but he's in the bush. He's not good looking at all. But that one that was not good looking is the one that God is looking for. It's the one God have chosen. You may not be educated, but God have chosen you. Until David was brought out from the bush, tattered, and God tells Samuel, anoint him. Is the one that I want. And he was anointed. And we all know, starting from that day, he started doing marvelous things. Started doing marvelous things. Started doing marvelous things. In your work, in your academic, whichever way you find yourself, you are a chosen one. You are a chosen one. Let God walk through you. Let God use you. Let God use you. Tell somebody, let God use you. Let God use you. You are of God. You are not of the world. Don't allow the world to use you. Don't allow what is happening on the social media space to use you. Some people, they were upright. They were doing it normal, the way it's supposed to be, until they find themselves in the social media world. And somebody who is not capable of teaching you what is written here, what is written here, will come out with a camera to interpret, to turn it upside down. And you will be sitting there and say, you get it. What you were doing rightly before, you start drawing back, changing. And God will sure be looking at you. Hallelujah. Whatever you are doing, just try to make sure that you are in line with God's plan for your life. You are in line with God's plans for your life. Because you are an elect. You are an elect. Hallelujah. You are an elect. God have chosen you. He did not choose you to join the war, to do what the world is doing. Yes, even though you are in the war, you must not do what the war is doing. Just like a salt. No matter where you put salt, everything there will taste like salt. Will taste salty. They will be salty. Salt will not taste like them, like where you put it. For example, you are cooking. You put salt in your food. That food will taste salt. Not salt to taste like the food you are cooking. That is what God have put in the life of me and you. That's how God wants us to live. That's the kind of life He wants us to live. Not that you enter the world and you become the world. No, the world is supposed to become you. Hallelujah. The world where you stepped in supposed to become you. Any circle you enter, they're supposed to become you. Not you becoming them. Not you becoming them. Not you becoming them. Like what Daddy said this morning here, some people, they will say the dark bossy. Dark bossy in what way? You are becoming the world. The world is showing you what to do and you are following them. You are following them. As an elect. As someone who is elected by grace. You don't need that. Let them see you that you are different. You are not like them. If grace elects you, you will be different. You will be different. In every way you find yourself, in every area you find yourself, you will be different. Even in the marketplace, you will be different. You will be different. If truly it is grace that puts you there, you will be different. Hallelujah. Like what is happening in this ministry. I don't need somebody to tell me that grace, that this ministry has been elected of grace. I don't need somebody to tell me. Hallelujah. I don't need somebody to tell me that this ministry is of grace. When during the time of our daddy's proclamation, at least I toured around with him a little bit. The little moment I was around, I saw grace. Places that were hard for people to access, doors that were difficult for people to access. He was just accessing it as if it is his door. Sometimes we'll come back, we'll be like, what kind of grace is this? That is the kind of grace. As long as God have allowed you, as long as Satan did not stop you from coming into this place, that is the same grace you are operating within. The same grace is operating in your life. But sometimes some things we do not allow it to manifest. Something we do not allow it to show forth. We'll be struggling with it. We'll be struggling. Meanwhile, the key have been given to us to open any door we want to open. The key have been released to us. Hallelujah. Whatever you are doing, put God first. As an elect, as whom he have chosen, put God first. Let him be at the front. Let him be at the front. Let him guide you on whatever you are doing. If you start to do that, you will begin to see that truly you are elect. Sometimes it may not be easy. Yes. Sometimes it may not be easy. You will encounter difficulties. Sometimes you will encounter problems that you will look at yourself and say, what is this? Is God still existing? Look here. He's still existing. He's still existing. He's still existing. Don't think maybe once you accept, it will be okay. It's not going to be okay. It is through that difficulties, during the time of difficulty, you are being tested. And once you are being approved, you see things start changing in your life. Hallelujah. You see things start changing. You see things start changing. Now, let's look at the examples of the people who enjoy this election of grace. Abraham, who is our father, enjoyed it. God chose him. He made him the father of many nations. He said, you will be the father of many nations. Which he is until Jesus will come. Nations will be coming out from Abraham. Nations will be coming out from Abraham till Jesus come. Hallelujah. Genesis chapter 12 verse 1 to 2. And you can see the case of David that I've explained here in 1 Samuel chapter 16 verse 11 to 12. Hallelujah. What of Gideon? What of Gideon? Judges chapter 6. Judges chapter 6, 15 to 16. Hallelujah. Say, pardon me, my Lord. Gideon replied, but how can I serve Israel? My clan is the weakest in Manasseh, and I am the least in my family. The Lord answered him, I will be with you, and you will struck down all the Midianites, leaving none alive. Gideon enjoyed it. Gideon was on his own. When problem was happening in Israel, they were killing them like fowl. And one day, an angel appeared to him and let him know that he is a warrior. He is a man of valor. That he has that strength. Even when him himself did not know. Then God decided to use him to fight that battle. God chose him to fight the battle. He used Gideon. He fought the battle and won the battle because he was elected of grace. If he elects you, he will stand by you. If he elects you, he will not leave you. Even in difficulties, he will stand. He will say, go, I'm here. I'm with you. Go, I'm with you. Go, I'm with you. He will follow you. If you are elected, he will follow you. He will follow you. He will not leave you. In whatever difficulties you are facing in life, he will stand by you. He will walk with you. And he will lead you on how to come out from that problem. On how to overcome that difficulties. Hallelujah. If God can choose anybody. He can choose anybody. Because he doesn't care if you are educated or not. If he wants to use you, he will use you. In short, there's even those ones that are not educated, he would like to choose so that he will use them to confound the ones who are being proud. I am this, I am that. He will push you aside and took that one that is nothing and made him something. Hallelujah. The one that is doing, I am this, I am this, I am that. He will drop that one and choose someone that you didn't even expect. Like Gideon did not even expect that he's going to be the one that is going to choose him. Look at what he was explaining. He came from a poor family. He himself is the last born of the family. And he said, go, I will be with you. So I will release your enemy into Israel enemy into thy hand. Say you will defeat them. You will kill them and none will remain. Somebody who is the least from the family that is poor, from the wretched family. Your case will not be different now. Your case will not be different. Just believe in him. Believe in him. Just believe in him. Hallelujah. Just believe in him. Stick on him. Read from this. This is his word. Read it every day. Don't be those Christians that jumped up and down. Stay on what you know. This is what I know. You cannot deceive me. This is what I know. I know this one. I know this one. What I know. You can't take it from me. You cannot deceive me. Not even with money. Hallelujah. Not even with money. You cannot deceive me. You can't take it away from me. Even though I am dying, you cannot take it away from me. You can't take it away from me. Some years back, like some of us here may know, I was a cab driver. Hallelujah. Many things come up. Many people came to, you can't take this from me. This is what I know. This is what I know. So because I know it, you cannot take it from me. I am the salt. So you will taste like me to be with me. For as much you cannot taste like me, you can't stay with me.